Hello everybody, this is D. Welcome back to my channel. I have a new episode today and I'll be responding to this video from Meet Kevin on Elon Musk having COVID and danger to Tesla stock. So let's get started.
Hey everyone, me Kevin here. So you might know this because we've talked about it before, and it's not to brag, it's just to show that, I really care a lot about Tesla. I own over 11,500 shares of Tesla, and news breaking that Elon Musk has received 2 positive COVID tests and 2 negative tests is definitely a head scratcher, and a lot of y'all have been wondering, Kevin, what does this mean? So let's talk about what this means for Tesla and what we should do about it. Let's hit some background about COVID and these COVID tests first, and then we'll talk specifically about Tesla. Of course, I do want to just quickly remind you to check out the programs down below for building wealth and making money from home, making YouTube videos, real estate, investing in stocks.
Sorry about the pause, let's continue.
Just use the biggest coupon code available right now for Black Friday month. Okay, let's talk about COVID. A study by MIT earlier this year indicated that if you receive a positive COVID test, you're almost guaranteed to be COVID positive. Whereas negatives, aka testing negative but having COVID, can actually be like 30 to 40% likely, depending on how many days after you start showing symptoms you actually get tested. In fact, if you get diagnosed with, or if you get exposed to COVID, you might not actually even be able to test positive for COVID for like 5 or 6 days later. So this sort of data
Yeah, so I'm familiar with the MIT study Kevin's talking about right here. So it's mainly about false negative and false positives. So basically, the tests are designed such that um, you could be positive, but the test shows negative, but it would your test would never show. Um, so basically, it shows if you're positive, it might show that you're negative like 30 to 40% of the time, but if you're negative, it wouldn't show an accidental positive. And the tests are designed like that, so that there's no confusion whether somebody is actually negative but is going to the hospital because the test says that they're positive. So
makes us think that Elon is pretty certain to have COVID. Although recent additional research has found that it's possible to also get false positives. Now, a false positive means that you test positive, but you don't actually have COVID. Most research, though, indicates that this is really only like 1% likely. There is some research that says that it could be that 8 to 10% of tests are actually false positives. So, with just some basic
yeah, I also think it's really hard here because of the different types of tests. You got the antibody test, you got the antigen test, you got the regular test. It's all over the place. You got a bunch of tests, and different countries are doing different types of tests. So it's really hard to categorize it into an exact percentage for false positives and false negatives. But I think that one that Elon Musk took, he said he got four tests. I think that was the antigen test. So it said that he got two negative and two positive. And so based on that and based on the false negative and false positive rates, it's far more likely that he has COVID than he doesn't, because it wouldn't show up positive if he didn't actually have it. So it would be close to 100% um, where he would have where he probably has COVID. So
masks, with some basic math here, we could assume that if Tesla's Elon Musk has had 2 positive COVID tests, and we compound this at a potential of being wrong of 10%, then there's really only a 1% chance that Elon Musk does not actually have
yeah, that's what I
COVID.
was talking about.
So in other words, there is a 99% chance that Elon probably has COVID, which is terrible, and I feel bad. Obviously, we want to give him our best wishes. But the odds of this being a false positive, very, very low. So this is not a terrible surprise, though, because we do know that Elon Musk has publicly stated numerous times that he believes COVID is mostly overblown in the media, that shutdowns are way too restrictive, And in April, he even said on a company earnings call, which I made a video about that same day, he was pretty vibrant and pretty pissed off, saying, quote, "Give people their goddamn freedom back," amongst other things.
Yeah, he's also tweeted several times regarding yeah, he sold his house and he's moving out of California. He didn't like the lockdowns and the measures that the state was taking with respect to COVID. He doesn't think it's a big deal, and he didn't like that they weren't allowing his factory to open back at full capacity due to California strict measures, and which is also one of the reasons why he chose Texas as his new Tesla Gigafactory plant.
Well, in April, he also tweeted that COVID cases would go to close to zero by the end of April. But fortunately, thus far, his personal symptoms that he has been expressing on Twitter have been, quote, "nothing unusual," and he tweeted that he's had, quote, "mild sniffles and a cough and a slight fever the past few days." The Wall Street Journal also reported this morning that throughout the pandemic, Tesla has also already been working on succession plans just in the event that there is any kind of issue at management or with Elon's ability to return to work.
It's highly unlikely, considering he's like 49 years of age and the COVID lethality with respect to that age. Also considering that he is one of the most richest people in the world, and he has access to really high quality healthcare. I don't see that becoming a problem as it relates to COVID.
However, right now, I will say I'm seeing a ton of comments all over the place about people buying puts and shorting Tesla to try to make a quick buck on Tesla stock going down in the short term. Tesla right now is down about 2.
Wouldn't surprise me if it goes down. This market is kind of crazy right now. It seems that even the um, smallest bit of information that comes out just sends stocks either soaring or dumping. So it wouldn't surprise me, but I think it's ridiculous that if Tesla goes down massively because Elon Musk tested positive for COVID, I think that is um, really ridiculous.
2%. In fact, if we look at Webull right now, which always remember you can get 3 free stocks with Webull when you deposit $100, you'll see that Tesla right now is down about 2.16%. We've actually got a lot of the
Yeah, this Webull desktop app is a pretty good one. If you don't have it, I recommend downloading that.
tech sector down today, which is kind of weird because cases are skyrocketing and the recovery stocks are doing better. But anyway, so let's talk about the reality here. What does a COVID diagnosis mean for Elon Musk and Tesla stock? Let's talk about that. Let's first look at what happened with Donald Trump. When Donald Trump was diagnosed with COVID, the stock market quickly sold off. Now, Donald Trump is obviously much older than Elon Musk. Elon Musk is 49 years old and Trump is 74 years old. But either way, it would not be a surprise to kind of see this sell off continue at Tesla until the market is certain that Elon is okay. Now, we all know that the odds of surviving COVID is like 99%, but it still creates uncertainty, especially since Elon is widely seen as the brainchild of Tesla's innovation, its designs, and its wildly innovative solar and battery segment. Just think about this as an example. Look at Tesla's solar lease program, which not a lot of people cover. I've covered this in detail many times on this channel, but I just want to remind you of this. One of the reasons Tesla's leasing program is so innovative is that you can get Tesla solar on your house for like $45 to $60 a month, no down payment, and potentially save $100 to $150 per month in power, obviously depending on how much power you use. If you then sell your house or you just don't want the panels anymore, Tesla will let you cancel your lease, no harm, no foul, and they'll just leave the panels in place for you. It's literally like a contract that says you can cancel the contract at any time.
Yeah. Also, what me Kevin I think is talking about right here is um, the fact that Tesla has a lot of products and services that are going to continue to be rolled now and in the future, in the coming few years, which don't make headlines, don't make news. I mean, everybody likes to talk about the Model X, S, the SUV, Model 3, Cybertruck, and the semi truck. Like people like talking about that, but there are also a lot of other ventures that Tesla's involved in: solar panels, a solar roof with with Tesla acquisition with Solar City, the batteries. They got a bunch of ventures coming out that aren't really mainstream news and don't really make headlines as much as the cars do, or Elon Musk tweets.
I've read the contract, and it's 2 pages long. That's it, and that's what it says, which is amazing. The flexibility Tesla provides you is incredible, and this, just as an example, was not only a first in the industry, but it's part of Elon's plan. Elon Musk's vision is, look, we don't have to lock people into a 20-year contract like Vivint Solar does. We will give people great solar, and there's no reason people wouldn't want it when they see how great of a product is. That's the kind of visionary that Elon Musk is. He'll take the industry norms and turn them on their heads. I mean, he's the guy that consistently says, look, we vertically integrate everything we do because we make the machine that makes the machines that makes the machines that makes the cars. And that gives us so much, future value that puts us 5 to 7 to 10 years in some estimates ahead of the competition. And so this leaves a lot of people scratching their heads thinking, okay, well, we kind of need Elon around, right? We want Elon around. Like if you're going to go down to the
Yeah, what another thing that Kevin is talking about here is that um, Elon Musk is a visionary, so he's got a lot of new products and services coming around. Thinks about um, he thinks about even the short term as well as the long term things that people think is like impossible or like it's um, too long. It's like such a long way down the road. And Elon Musk does it now instead of waiting 10 years to do it. And that's what beats competition too. What was at it?
to the referral link down below and sign up for some Tesla panels or buy a Tesla car and get a discount doing so, well, you're going to want Elon Musk to continue to innovate at Tesla. And obviously, Elon Musk having COVID makes some people very nervous.
Yep, Elon Musk is central to Tesla. So I think without Elon Musk, Tesla's worth less than $100 today. So I think the like there are a lot of good board members, probably successors. They got Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle. Um, they got a bunch of good board members. They got Elon Musk's brother who was helped him form Zip2, PayPal, and they got a pretty decent set of founders and engineers, lead engineers, test engineers working for him. So I don't see uh, I could see Tesla potentially succeeding just as other companies in the past have with respect to Apple and Tim Cook as a successor to Steve Jobs. But it's definitely the majority of Tesla um, still lies with Elon. The fact that it's like branded as a sort of cult stock is because Elon Musk is the CEO, and if that changes, then the value of Tesla would change. I don't. I think a lot of investors are invested specifically because of Tesla because I don't see the valuation at its current value anywhere near that, considering other car companies produce way more cars, have way more infrastructure, and are at like 1/7, 1/6 of Tesla's market cap. If you're looking at General Motors, Toyota, Ford.
So, stock market doesn't like risk. We know that. And hence, we're likely to see Tesla be a little bit volatile over the next week going forward. But let's just do this. Anytime I look at stocks, I always like to know what are the good case scenarios, what are the best case scenarios, what are the realistic case scenarios, and what are the worst case scenarios. And so I want to start with the worst case here. Let's consider Apple. When Steve Jobs passed away, on October 5th in 2011, people thought Apple was like at the end. That's it. Apple was going to die. It was over. Apple was going to fail. Instead,
True.
since the day Steve Jobs passed away, Apple is up over 1000%. Back then, we were told that Apple had 5 years worth of product designs in planning with Steve Jobs' vision and input. And
I also think it's important to notice the difference between a phone company and a car company. Just recently, like over the past 1 year, Tesla had a lot of problems with the Model 3 production, and couple of problems with a car is way more complicated than fixing a couple problems with a phone. Um, it takes a lot more time to design and manufacture a car, especially electric car with all the battery technology that has to go through, and it all has to fit into one cohesive unit, which a lot of people don't think about when they're driving their car, exactly how much manpower goes into that. So I think that's it's an important thing to note too. But yeah, I think Steve Jobs picked a really good successor in Tim Cook, and made sure he was surrounded by smart people and people who had his similar vision that he did, which I think Elon Musk has done too.
potentially more ideas beyond that. And think about what came since then. Face ID came in 2014, which was 3 years after Steve Jobs passed away. The Apple Watch came in 2015, 4 years later. Now we've got these phones with 3 cameras on them, LiDAR. The camera technology is so well, you can run a YouTube channel on your iPhone, which is something I teach in the YouTube course, link down below. But consider Tesla now. I mean, so Apple obviously did totally fine. Apple stock rebounded and skyrocketed after Steve Jobs' passing. The stock market in general shot up after Donald Trump began recovering from COVID. And let's look at Tesla. What do we have in the works for Tesla? Well, at Tesla, we've got a Tesla semi-truck in the works. We've got new battery technology in the works, the Tesla Cybertruck, Tesla's insurance expansions, Tesla's full self-driving coming out of beta soon, the robo-taxi network, a Tesla Roadster, a potential $25,000 Tesla, maybe even a two-door version. We've got custom models of Teslas coming in Germany, a custom model coming in China. The reality is,
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff coming for Tesla. That's I think that's one of the things about Elon Musk is he's able to visualize all these different ventures and actually fulfill all of them, do all of them at like pretty much the same time. And I think that's absolutely tremendous, and which is why he's such a gift to humanity.
Tesla has 10 years of idea ahead of it to be able to execute on and bring to scale, building more efficient factories and scaling its production lines over the next decade to make all of this possible. In fact, following Battery Day, I made a video saying that I believe Tesla is just now starting its exponential growth curve. And, this might seem ironic because when we look at the stock, it's like, Kevin, come on. The stock's basically been going exponential.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It was like exponential growth curve. It was like the market cap is already like almost around $400 billion, and like what's the upside for that? 2 trillion maybe max. It's a 5x from here, which is a lot, not gonna lie. But to get there, it's gonna have to fulfill on all the promises that Elon Musk has laid out, and um, Elon Musk has this way of having really stringent like deadlines. He'll put like deadlines like real early, even though he won't fulfill it, but he will work his butt off to make to fulfill those goals, and that's one of the things that's so incredible about him, that he can not only like have the vision for something, but like work so hard to make it reality in a short time frame, and building a car company itself is not a joke, and then on top of that trying to build an electric car company, which is definitely not a joke.
Right? And that makes sense. But I believe this next decade, without a doubt, is going to be a decade of Tesla. And we're going to say this just to cover the worst case scenario here. I think that's going to happen with or without Elon Musk. The vision is already there. After all, if we look at Tesla producing 2 to 3.
Well, I agree with him on this. The vision is definitely there for the next couple to few years. Decade, I think that's kind of a stretch without Elon Musk. It's kind of a stretch. Also, I don't see Tesla valued at what it is without Elon Musk. But regardless, I don't think Tesla is going away from the headlines of the news either with or without Elon Musk. So
Million cars by 2023, maybe even the end of 2022, ramping up its solar and energy division to $5 billion of revenue and introducing Tesla semis. Tesla at a modest valuation of just 40 times earnings in 2020, late 2022, 2023, should easily be worth $700 a share. And that's just at a 40 times earnings multiple. If they keep with this growth, it could be worth twice that. Now, all of this, is obviously really exciting for Tesla. It just comes with this sort of temporary uncertainty that we have when it comes to Tesla stock. And it's uncertain that it's unfortunate, I should say, that Elon Musk has COVID, and of course, we should all wish him a speedy recovery, wish him the best. But again, the reality is, Elon being here or not is not going to matter, in my opinion, for the next 5 to 10 years for Tesla. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's wonderful that Elon is here. I think he does great things to the world. Love the guy. I think Elon, though, is thinking so far ahead, it's almost like playing chess, that Elon is playing a game of what's going to happen in the 2030s. SpaceX, Neuralink, the future of Tesla, once it's at scale in the 2030s. That's the world that I think Elon Musk is living in. So,
yeah,
quite literally, I think it's possible the next 10 years can still be absolutely phenomenal at Tesla, even if Elon Musk just decided to go on a 10-year vacation right now, come back when everything's at scale, because he's thinking that far ahead with his innovations. Now, to me,
with regard to his vision, yes, but in regards to fulfilling those visions, I'm not sure about that. I don't think Tesla can afford to have Elon Musk go on a 10-year vacation. Yeah.
this means that I'm not selling a single Tesla share in anticipation of any potential bad news about Tesla in the short term. I'm not going to short Tesla. Instead, I'm just going to buy. In fact,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to short Tesla just because Elon Musk has COVID or in anticipation of something bad happening to Elon Musk. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
right now it's at 403. Look, I'd love Tesla at 350, but honestly, I bought some Tesla at 390 last. I think it was just last week, or maybe it was 10 days ago. But the point is, Tesla is dominating the world of EVs and renewable energies. A Biden presidency, which I know there are some of us who still think that that's not going to happen, but let's just assume for a moment that there is a Biden presidency. A Biden presidency will help Tesla do just this. A Biden presidency potentially also reduces tensions with China, which would help Tesla. And Nancy Pelosi just this.
I'm not sure about that. It depends on the Senate. I'm not sure how much. I don't think Biden could get his climate plan passed with the Republican Senate at all. I see that there's no way that's happening, but I do think that a Biden presidency helps Tesla as an electric car manufacturer and also solar panels and all that. Especially with his executive orders to come, as well as a shift among states to promoting greener energy. I know California said that they don't want any um, gas vehicles sold starting in 2030s. Um, so yeah, I think the shift towards renewable energy is starting to take place, which benefits Tesla tremendously, as well as Biden presidency would help it as well.
Morning says she believes she can work with Republicans in a bipartisan manner on infrastructure spending next year, which will include renewable priorities. To me, this is just an opportunity to buy the dip. And just know, though, if you buy this dip, it's totally likely that we could see more of a dip that comes around if we start seeing lockdowns. We're already seeing thoughts that New York may close its schools. We saw Chicago go into sort of this advisory lockdown mode. You don't have to, but it's kind of like you.
Well, I don't see lockdowns happening without stimulus here, so I would have to disagree with Kevin here. Um, I think lockdowns would be a plus for Tesla. I don't think lockdowns affect Tesla much, if any, at all. Especially with at what stage they are at currently with respect to production and ramping that up. They have the sales, they have the buyers. They already like pre-bought cars that they got to fulfill on. So I don't see the lockdowns having any effect on Tesla. With regard to the stock price, I could see it having an effect with respect to market risk. That is like the whole um, market going down because of lockdowns. But I don't see any lockdowns without some kind of stimulus, especially either from state governments, as Colorado did recently with their stimulus checks, or federally. If there's going to be a federal lockdown, then there's definitely going to be some sort of stimulus that's going to have to um, be made
Should.
available.
We're in this really interesting time right now. So there are going to be some insane, I think, probably opportunities to buy some dips here going forward. I've done a video. I've had a lot of questions here about Neo. I've made a video on Neo before. In fact, you could watch it right after this live stream. Just type into the YouTube, Meet Kevin Neo Tesla. Put that in, and you'll see all of my thoughts on Neo. In short, I recommended buying it at $24. I thought it had a long-term price target of $40 to $50. It hit that within 2 to 3 weeks, which is insane. I think it's a little euphoric right now. I'd like to see it cool off a bit. We're already seeing that cooling off happen today. This morning in intraday trading, it went up to 50, 54 or $56 a share. It's down 11 to $12 from that, just intraday. Like it literally went from being up 11% to being down 8% today. It's an insane swing.
Yeah, Neo is kind of it's kind of like a high tide, low tide type of thing happening right now. Is tremendous volatility with Neo, especially considering its low market cap, as well as the current political landscape, especially with regard to um, renewable technology, mainly like electric vehicles. I think it could be a good opportunity for some, and it could be a bad opportunity too, like depending on when you buy it and when you sell it. So looking back, I guess if you buy it now or sell your stocks now, you could see that it's either a really good opportunity or a bad opportunity. Yeah, I agree with Kevin. I'd stay away from Neo for at least some time until it kind of settles down and um, gets the volatility lowered and kind of like a sideways movement on the chart.
But we're seeing a lot of that pain spread out over this entire sector here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the stock market is even really shrugging off
Also, I would also like to have a disclaimer right here. I'm not a financial advisor, and don't take any of my advice as financial advice.
the potential COVID diagnosis for Elon Musk. This is just more detailed vision here. And the fact that the recovery sector is skyrocketing today. Uh, when COVID cases literally hit.
Just loving the comment sections right here. Just gonna stop and uh, say a lot of people are talking about Palantir. Um, they want to know what should they do with Palantir. Talk about Palantir. Um, yeah.
My prediction of 150,000 cases for like 5 minutes, and then shot right past that to 160,000. You kind of start scratching your head a little bit. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Tesla and Elon Musk. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Check out the programs down below. Use that Black Friday month coupon code. You can always email me for a bundle coupon, by the way. And folks, that's all I've got for us
Yeah. All in all,
right
I
now.
think
So we will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.
we had a pretty good analysis. Talked about a lot of products and services coming out for Tesla, which are bullish signs. I think this COVID analysis was really informative. And yeah, I think all in all, this is a good summary. The title might have been a bit misleading with regards to what he talked about. I assumed that he was going to be like sell Tesla, sell now. But yeah, I think his analysis was pretty good. I don't think it would be a good idea to sell now. With regards to Elon Musk catching COVID, if that's what you're basing your trade on. Um, at this moment, yeah. But apart from that, yeah, I think he had a really good analysis. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Thanks, and have a good day.